Okay, this is the last time I'm doing this. So, this is our app, this is the computer demonstration so that you get a bit of a clearer view, as the mobile version wasn't as clear as it could have been. Instructions page with a scroll, works nicely. Settings, where you're able to turn the sound on and off. Now, you come into play game. Rounds 2 and 3 are locked. I'll use round 1 to demonstrate the game, round 2 to talk about how it works, and round 3 to talk about improvements. So, round 1. We've got our score up here. We get given 50 popcorn score to start with, and the instructions tell us to wipe away the mask obscuring the image below, and then to guess the film scene underneath. So we've got to guess what the film is. Oh, I've got caps up on it. I know that this film is The Godfather, and I can either click check or I can hit enter, and it comes up saying that is correct. My computer is lagging because of the fact that I am recording the screen, not because the code is rubbish. Just to give you a demonstration of what happens if I get the answer wrong, and I can turn that sound off. If I go into the settings and I can turn that off, hit this thing back and come back here. We're on the same game. Apologies for the lag once more. Get it wrong, no sound. If I'm having an issue determining what the film is, I can come down here for a hint. It tells me that hint is going to cost 10, and it tells me to go to River Sydney. Ah yes, so now I know that this is Finding Nemo, and that's correct. Oh, I may not be able to do this on this. This is really lagging. I do apologise. But you do get the general idea for it. And if I don't know an answer, then I can always, I've looked, I don't know it, and I can always skip. Are you sure you want to skip? Now, one of the things I need to change is the fact that this needs to tell me that it's going to charge me 10 points. Yes, and it comes up telling me I've lost 10 points over there. Now, there's only 5 scenes to every round. This is the 5th scene, so if I get to here and I don't know it, unfortunately you cannot skip, because that would just make the game completely skippable and a waste of time. So together, well, I know that this is Penny Black, and it comes up telling me that that is correct. It's a lot smoother than this. I do apologise for my computer, and it's telling me that I got 65% right, so I only skipped 1, and it also deducts the overall percent that you got right based on how much you wiped away. And because I got 65%, I get 2 stars. If I had got 66%, I would have got 3 stars. So, then we move on to round 2. Now I'm going to talk about how this works. This mask is a removable and erasable bitmap, and what happens is the code listens for where the mouse is clicking and dragging, and then it draws a new bitmap over the top of that, which makes it invisible. The new bitmap makes the original bitmap invisible, and that is what gives us the ability to wipe away to see what the image is underneath, and the image underneath is just a still image, and that means that I know that this is Wreck-It Ralph, and that's correct. So, you know, all the guesses and the hints and the skips are movie clips that just come on over the top, so that if I don't want to, if I'm not ready to guess yet, I can just click back and it just comes back. And it also, if I'm halfway through scribbling, I can click guess, and then if I get it wrong a couple of times, then I just go back and wipe a bit more, and it leaves out exactly where I left off. The way that the percentage works, because down here there is you can see the numbers 100 going down. It uses a two-dimensional array which counts the x-axis along that way and the y-axis along that way, and basically just counts every single pixel that is, it listens for the mouse position, and every pixel that is clicked on, it then turns true, and every pixel that is true becomes counted, and then it adds up all of those counted pixels into an array. And because the line size, as you can see there, the line size is 24 pixels, it takes the middle pixel and then it deducts 12 from either side, and then the calculation is then that it takes that count and it times it by 100 and then divides it by 160,000 to get the percentage, and then you just minus 100 over for that. So you just take that entire calculation and minus 100, and that makes the percentage go downwards instead of going upwards, because we want to give the illusion that you're running out of points. Hints and skips are really easy. They just deduct 10 points off of the overall score, which is just a variable. Something else to talk to you about the functionality of this app. Yes, we've got a little bit of code which has actually made the game a little bit more laggy, but it's worthwhile bit of code. I've had it so that the game snaps to the screen size, as you can see there, which isn't maybe the best way of doing it, but I was having so much trouble with the other way I was trying to do it, which is where everything just fits perfectly to the screen size, and that was causing me a lot of issues. So in the end I've settled for just making it snap to whatever screen size you're on. So if you're on a bigger screen like an iPad or something, it will warp, which will need changing in the end, but for now that is just the best way to make everything fit what we need it to fit. This is the last one in this. Oh, I got that wrong. Pineapple Express. So now improvements. I got under 2 stars for that one as well. Improvements to the game are pretty self-explanatory. I mean, it is a bit laggy, even though this is my computer lagging. When you look at the app walkthrough, it is laggy because there are some errors that happen behind the scenes that aren't fatal, but they just clog up memory, which need, just basically the code just needs making more efficient. Other improvements, there are certain transitions like this one for the hint. People moaned when we got people to test the app. People moaned about it being slow, and it needs to be more responsive and more quick because they just want to get on with it. There's an issue with the points because I have yet to cap the points at 0, so you can get minus points. If you wipe this away forever and ever and ever and ever, the percentage eventually just starts going into the minuses and deducts points, which is not what we wanted. But that's a really simple fix, I just haven't got around to doing it. When you finally reach 0 points, I need to make it so that when you hit skip, you're unable to skip because you don't have enough points. But again, that's another really simple fix that I just haven't got around to doing. I've just been focusing on making the game fully functional. other improvements, I would need to fix the screen ratio so that it doesn't just snap to it, doesn't warp the picture when it fits a different size screen. And other than that, you know, there's all kinds of different improvements. You know, the design could definitely do with, could do you know, a makeover, make it look a lot better. But other than that, I think I'm reasonably happy with the app in total. And at the end here, it just tells you your total completion percentage. So I've got 50% right there. Everything that you skip deducts from your final completion, and everything that you wipe away from the erasable bitmaps deducts from your final percentages. And then you just get the option to start again, and then it goes back to round 1 and the first image again to see if you can beat your score. And that's it. That's our mobile app.